Thank you, my friend. Happy Friday night. Bill Taylor, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Hope you and yours are having a blessed Friday evening. A little breezy, a little humid after a warm day of, again, just dry, humid conditions. Dry in the sense that we didn't see any rain materialize outside of a little misty drizzle. I'm picking up some of that tonight. You can see it crossing over I-10 essentially right here near Bernie. Nothing measurable. This is all we've really seen develop today. And there hasn't been very much of it, you know. I mean, honestly, there's been only a few sprinkles. And some of this, you know, when you see it in that very, very faint green, sometimes is what we call elevated precipitation that's never really reaching the surface, like we're picking it up in the clouds on radar, and on its descent, it dries out. Not that the dew points are low, but it just sometimes will hit a little dry air and not make it. But some of this probably is, again, just as a little bit of a drizzle more than anything else. But even back to the west, nothing brewing just yet. Our system is still on its way. Let's show it to you. Upper level low that's going to be cutting itself off from the jet stream and sitting back to the west for several days. Howdy, JR. Hey, Anastasia. There's Marcy. Good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. So here's the low. Watch it drop out of the four corners right into the Baja, right? Sitting right over the peninsula there. And that's where it's going to drop anchor for a few days, okay? So as it's back to the west, now it just ejects energy, little short waves in that southwest flow across and into Texas. And we will have plenty of moisture for this to work with. This is the instability, the trigger that is needed. Thank you, Terry. Yes, tomorrow night it looks like. I'm doing good, Anastasia. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So notice the bands develop, and then look at Tuesday. See, because on Saturday and Tuesday, you have the added feature of a surface boundary. And so in both scenarios, we're expecting a more focal forcing area, if you will, of thunderstorms developing. And that could mean some severe thunderstorms just in this setup, because what this kind of a low does, it's a deepening low, and there's cold air on top of it, okay? Cold air aloft. And when that comes in, you've got a deep core low like that. That's what can develop some strong to severe thunderstorms. Well, hello, Dawn. Good to see you. Sam Marcus is here. Elena, how are you? Hi, Gina. All right, so with all that said, let's take a look at some of the high-res data. Okay, I've got two models that we're going to look at tonight. These are the two we trust the most. Zira, how are you? Probably not flooding. I hope not, of course, but it is going to be possible if we get too much, obviously, in a short amount of time. So here's the HRRR that put some storms over us at 4. Wow. Okay. Now that it's taking them a little farther north this go around, up I-35 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So again, look at the morning to be cloudy, humid, 70s, a little bit of drizzle here or there. Not much different than what we've seen today and yesterday. Okay. It's not until, there we go, into the afternoon, 1 o'clock, maybe a couple of downpours. And then the bigger cluster that we're anticipating, that the models have been advertising, is later, like 7 p.m. And you see what happens to the south? Those are going to be the storms to really watch, because those are going to be a bit more robust and have a severe component to them. But then notice we really get quiet. Heading into Sunday, some good downpours. That's a good wave right there. 5, 6 p.m. Sunday. So staying pretty scattered like this would keep us under an inch of rain for sure, for sure. Let's take a look at the other now. This is the graph. Henry, 3,000 acres, need as much as possible. I'll try to do my best, my man. Oh gosh. That's 3,000 thirsty acres, I'm sure. Absolutely zero. My pleasure, my pleasure. Hello from Geronimo. Hey, Brianna, what's up? Good to see you. Hope all is well in Atascosa County. All right, so now graph, compare, contrast. We got a few sprinkles early, Saturday, and then look at that. Same thing. The line develops along the front, but it's like 3, 4 p.m. Moves through, and then look, the same cluster develops to the south. So the timing on that is pretty, and the placement is pretty consistent. And San Antonio just not seeing a whole lot of this rainfall. Look at that. Interesting, right? Interesting. So I think these are the ones that could have run the biggest risk of severe. It looks like the ones to the south, although any of these could go severe. I mean, honestly, tomorrow afternoon, we're going to have to watch, especially in daytime heating. That good forcing along the front could easily see a couple of storms pop and go severe 4 or 5 p.m. now, tomorrow. I know a lot of people want to plant, especially with this rain coming in for the next few days. We've got good chances. I would plant. You know, if we have one light freeze, that would be it. Penelope, hola, ¿cómo estás? How much rain? I would say like 1 inch to 1.25 inches. It depends. If you're in San Antonio, I don't think we go over 1 inch with what I'm seeing now. And then by tomorrow morning, I like to see it first thing in the morning and see what the models lean into and if they're consistent again. But they're really starting to back off from what they had earlier. Hey, Tony. You know what? A lot of pollen's in the air, but everything's light. So cedar, ash, elm, hackberry, molds, but everything is light. But I've always said, if you have that much in the air, add them all up to a good heavy, right? So that's probably what it is. Hey, Jacob, Windsor, Mission Oaks. We love you guys. Hope all is well. Have a good weekend. Get some rest. Appreciate all your hard work. We need this rain, Christine. I'm telling you, badly. We are in extreme to exceptional drought. Exceptional is farther south, but we are in extreme in San Antonio. Feeling the front and the bones. Hi, Melody. That's a real thing. That's air pressure changing. Yes, I bet. Really need it, Patricia. You are so correct. So moving beyond Sunday, this low is still back to the west, okay? And as I mentioned, as long as it's west of us, we have a good chance of rain. We just have an enhanced chance of thunderstorms when you add a surface boundary to the mix. But this setup is a good one until that low kicks east, which let me show you. It sits back, okay? Now it starts to make a move. It's cut off from the jet flow. That's why it's not out in one day like it would normally be if it was in the jet stream flow. But look at that, Wednesday, okay? And it looks like it exits. We get maybe a little backdoor moisture right there, late Wednesday, early Thursday, but that should be it. And then you can see a ridge building out to the west to get us into a drier pattern for a little bit. Laredo, hey Jackie, pretty far south of a lot of this. You might not get much of anything in Laredo, to be honest with you. Late, I would say early, your best chance, and you could see some thunderstorms. Let me just show you. That southern branch that comes together, not the early stuff, but right here, these storms that start up 6, 7 p.m., see how they These guys. So late tomorrow night is going to be your best chance. And then again on, you'll be in the chances because Sunday looks like that's going to be deep enough and I should say farther south enough to get started and get some rain to Laredo. That is certainly possible. A reminder that we are in a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather tomorrow and tomorrow night. Those storms coming into this environment and igniting in this condition, if you will, could definitely produce some hail and damaging winds, something that we'll be watching. For the next 4 days, we've got good chances. Hey, Grace, not overnight tonight. We're quiet tonight. Hey, Helotus Life, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm a proud Holosian. Good evening, Diane. I did, thank you very much. 4 straight weather impact alerts. But of the 4, I do want to point out that we're watching tomorrow and Tuesday the closest. Those are the 2 days that have the highest probability of severe thunderstorms. Tomorrow and March 10th. So be on the lookout. Hayden, good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, that's the weekend in a nutshell. Like I said, Saturday night, early Sunday, and then scattered showers throughout Sunday, and then 40 to 60% Monday, Tuesday. Stephanie Van Pay, congratulations. Philip is here. Yes, to Philip Brogdon, we toast. A proud grandma, Stephanie Van Pay. Another lolly, right? You're going to be lolly for little Philip. Toast to Philip. That's good coffee tonight. Starbucks Pike Roast, I think it's called. Hey, congratulations. God bless you. Praise God for another beautiful baby boy. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I say another. It's Hannah's first, right? But another one in the fam. Too cool. Hey, Julianne. Lake Hills. I would say a better chance tomorrow afternoon because, and then Sunday, Monday, definitely in that better chance category. And then Tuesday is a good wave for everybody into Tuesday night and even Wednesday, 40%. I think we still have good rain falling on Wednesday. I'm sorry we're sacrificing some days of spring break here, but we desperately need this rain, and this pattern has been hard to come by. Hello, Don. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it really looks that way, except Sunday. Sunday looks like morning hours, Rosa. Hey, Denise, Nancy, and Bob. Hope everything's going well with Nancy and Bob tonight. Thank you, Denise. Hayden, is it true that a halo around the moon means rain is on the way? Double bad storm. Okay, so here's the principle of that, Hayden. What you're looking at are high, thin cirrus clouds, okay? And those ice crystals will make that ring because that's what's in those high, wispy clouds. And so what you typically see is that those higher clouds are blowing off the top of storms that are moving west to east. So a lot of times you'd see that at night and think, okay, by tomorrow we should see some stormy weather because sometimes those upper clouds are the leading edge. Not every time, but sometimes those upper clouds, those high-level clouds, I should say, are the leading edge of a storm. So we could see it. Yeah, absolutely. Are you seeing rings around the moon tonight? Because it's pretty cloudy. How about those Spurs, Henry? Come on. My birthday's at the end of next week. Anastasia, we're going to sing then at the end of next week. Awesome. Happy birthday coming. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Time to get ready for Ken's 5 News at 10. Even though a lot of Spurs fans will be watching the Spurs tonight. But that's okay. Spurs are so good. They're fun to watch, man. We get it. I love you all. God bless you. And we will see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.